Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. You know, the other day I was thinking that it's been a while since I've kind of done like an actual homestead update video. I've been doing like a lot of gardening videos, and maybe that's super boring for you guys, so I apologize for that. But lately we've been working on a lot of kind of like little projects that don't really make sense to make like a whole video about it. And some of the projects are done, some of them aren't done, some of them are almost done. But I thought that we'll do something a little bit different today. So this video is going to be kind of the little things that we've been working on around the homestead the last couple of months, and some old clips that I haven't used yet from us doing these projects. And then maybe tomorrow or on the weekend, I'll probably do another garden update because I have a lot of tomatoes coming in. So anyways, here is the Homestead update. So here we go. So our hens have been busy clearing the bush and all around here, because we haven't been able to get in to clear that ourselves yet because it's really rocky. So kind of the nice thing that the hens are doing is that they're kind of clearing away the stuff where it's hiding the rocks, and then we can actually see where the rocks are and where the debris is, where we can't get the mower in. So this was all like just thick with weeds and all this stuff. They've been in here for 2 weeks, and they have been super busy scratching away at the ground and cleaning it up, so it looks 100 times better than what it did when we first put them in here. So we're happy about that. There are a couple of trees that we have to take down because the caterpillars absolutely destroyed them last year and they never recovered. And also we don't really want that area to be tree heavy anyways, because it's kind of a sight line into our backfield. So the other kind of update about the hens is that we added 2 of the chicks that we got at the beginning of the year. And we added 2 of them because they were big enough. Because the issue is some of the chicks that we have are still too small and they'll run through this electric netting. Which, you know, just from a personal point of view, you think that they'd make electric netting with not so big of holes, like make it actual netting. Basically electric netting only works on like full-size plump chickens, by the way. So if you're thinking about electric netting, don't think you can get away with it and put chicks in it. It doesn't work. So we have 2 in there that we chose that were kind of full size. So I will show you them here. So what are we doing, Dave?
The biggest ones here and put them in there.
One down. Okay, so we haven't, well actually no, we did cut these wings once already. So this is a young bird. So the way we cut these wings is that there's a layer of flight feathers here, and then there's the bottom feathers underneath, and there's a line there. So the way it works is that they can't fly if they don't have these feathers down here. So this doesn't hurt them. You just want really sharp scissors, and you're just cutting the long feathers up until that layer. And there's no blood or anything, and that's what stops them from flying. Okay, so there's their wing. It's hard to see with her coloring, but you see there's a line of short feathers there, and then the long feathers. So you only cut, and it doesn't hurt them up until that line of feathers, and they can't fly. taken them a long time to kind of integrate in with these hens. There's only 6 of the hens left from last year, and those 2 are really shy and easily bullied. I think the hens know that they're younger, but they are like pretty much the same size. It has been getting better, but the first few days I didn't want to go into their house at night. It was a bit of a kerfuffle for everybody. So, but you know, sometimes you don't like your roommates, right? So, like I said, it is getting better, but it's been a pretty stressful last few weeks because it seemed like things were going well, and then one night, the white one, who we named Winnie, absolutely did not want to go into the coop at night, so she stayed out in a tree, which makes me nervous, but the last couple of nights she has been going in, so it's a learning curve for everybody. I actually didn't realize how difficult it was to integrate new full-size chickens into an established group of hens. I thought it wouldn't be that big of a deal because it's not like I have 50 established hens in this netting. It's it's just 6, but we'll see. But in a couple weeks we're gonna start integrating a couple of more of the chicks into this area because they are pretty much full size. So speaking of them, I'm gonna go over there and show you how big they are and how they're doing. So come with me. Just a quick update, our roosters have been totally enjoying getting moved every few days in their house. There's only 3 of them, so it's not like you have to move them often. And they're not really grass eaters like the hens are, but they are pretty happy getting moved around in there. Hi, Harold. So I come over here and all the chicks go into their house. So the gray and white one down there, that's Barbara. We're thinking about moving her next into the into where the other hens are because she is quite big. We don't have a name for those white and silver ones. That golden laced Wyandotte that just hopped down. There's 2 of those, and their names are Goldie and Lacey. And so there's the other one. They're quite small and young, so I think they'll be the last to be moved. And there's a black one there in the doorway. We don't have a name for him yet. But they are all quite big. We will have to wait and see. I'd like to move all of them kind of at once, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to have to do pairs at a time, but we'll see. They're almost ready to go into the netting. Another thing that we've been working on here, and it's definitely not done, is this deck that comes off of our front porch. And because we have a driveway here, and I do use this door a lot in the wintertime because it's quicker than kind of trudging through the snow around the back of the house. So we want to build a decent sized deck. I mean, it's not like we're going to be hanging out here that much, but we'd like to put planters on it and just something more stable, because before we built this and since we've been here, there's just been some uneven rocks that you could step down from the sliding door, and it was a little sketchy, and if it was icy out it was pretty bad. So so we've got the frame done, and we got the framing of the steps done. We just got to add deck board and boards on the steps, but as you know, wood is not free. It is very expensive. So it'll be a while before this is done, because deck board is very pricey right now, but at least the frame part of it is done, and I think it'll look really nice. I think it'll be a quite nice feature. So the other thing that we got done over here, and I'm hiding it with the angle of the camera, so I'm gonna turn the camera. Let's see if I can surprise you. by covering what it is. There. I turn a bit more. Surprise! Okay, so this bed was super messy and it was full of daylilies and it was awful. And I wanted to mulch it and I wanted to clean it up, and I kind of wanted this bed to be like a built-in with the deck. So anyways, we cleaned it up, and Dave framed this piece in, and then the plants got cleaned up, and then I mulched it so that it would stay good. And then there's it's as deep as this cement pad that's right here. And the reason that there's a cement pad here is that there used to be an oil tank here. So I got a little cement bench I'm going to put on this, and kind of the whole point was to try and make sense of why this cement pad is here, because it's kind of going to be a bit too much work to remove. I don't really see the point in putting the effort in removing it, so just going to make it a feature. And this bed is as deep as the cement pad, so it kind of all lines up and matches, but I will change the angle and show you. Excuse the mess of wires, we haven't cleaned that up yet, so it's not gonna stay like that forever. So I'm sorry, that's like super embarrassing that all these wires are just in a rat's nest right now, so my apologies.
I guess the pork's my weight. It's good enough.
Good enough. While we are over here, I'm going to kind of show you the other kind of big surprise on the homestead. So Dave got a tractor, and I do have some clips of him picking it up, which I will show you here.
TT Farm Custom.
So that was a clip of him driving it home. He drove it quite a distance, but it's a Ford 9N, and it's got 3-point hitch, which is going to be super handy because we're hoping that we can lift up the rooster house with it. We've been dragging the rooster house with our side-by-side, and it's a little rough. So, but yeah, the tractor's in good shape. It's had some work done to it, and it's quite a nice little workhorse. So that's kind of been one of the recent surprises on the homestead. It only just came home a couple days ago. So another recent project on the homestead is this beautiful raised bed. And so Dave built this raised bed, so it's the top cut off pieces of fence posts because he works in fencing. So he gets all these cut-offs that otherwise are not really usable, and then he's got a piece of wood behind it, and then they're nailed to the wood. But I'm not a builder, so I do have clips of this. So let me just show you quickly here how it all came together. Here we go. That probably makes a lot more sense than what I was trying to explain. So actually this raised bed is not quite done. So he only went to here, and it's going to go a little bit further. But at this point, this is as far as it goes. If you're wondering what the heck this big board is, so there's a hole there because this pipe is the old oil furnace exhaust, and it's not in use anymore. It's a lot of work to get out. But the problem is that there's a hole here and a little retaining wall, and the pipe comes through a wooden boarded window, basement window that was there, and so we can't really fill it with dirt because it would be a leaking issue. I think the water would come into the basement eventually. It would wear it down. Yeah. So we can't fill it with dirt. I don't really want to fill it with concrete. This board is here actually to stop the snow and most of the rain from going down into that hole. It does work, believe it or not. It doesn't get everything, but if that board wasn't there, it would be way worse. So we kind of have this plan that we're going to build kind of like a box or a cupboard here over like the hole, and obviously like take out a couple sections of the piping until we can take out the whole thing because it goes up into the roof. And build kind of like a cupboard with a roof, have some outlets there, maybe like a little like storage thing. I don't know, I can't even think of what would you store that's small out here all the time? I don't know. But build kind of a box around it to kind of like really stop the moisture from going down there, and just kind of make it a hole that's been boxed in, if that is a good explanation of it. That's the only thing we can come up with. If you have any like better ideas about this that isn't going to be super pricey, let me know. Because it's a big hole. I don't want to pour concrete in there. It's going to be a lot of work to get the elbow part of this pipe out from down there, because it's kind of been concreted and stuccoed, and I don't even know. Like, it's an unholy mess down there. It's not going to be that easy to get that pipe out, so we're just thinking about just leaving it, removing like from here down, building a decorative box that looks like an outside little cupboard, putting a roof on it, and then Bob's your uncle, right? I don't know. What do you think? But yeah, that's the story on the box. The hole, I should say. It might be a box one day. But I'm gonna show you up close what we did with the garden. So here we go. So that wood there is just the leftover posts that we're gonna use to finish off over there. But my aunt and I, we worked on this, and so we have a really big hydrangea here, and the plan is that this hydrangea will be big enough that it'll kind of block this view from the road of the tanks and the ugliness of the tanks, but it'll be a few years before it gets to be that big. And we have some hostas that we found in other parts of the yard. And we have another hydrangea, which is gorgeous because it has purple leaves. Well, the new growth is green, but the old growth is purple. They are different types of hydrangeas, but I can't tell you specifically what they are in this moment. I got another type of hydrangea here that has pink blooms, and I like the color of these leaves too. They're kind of like a lighter green. And last but not least, I have a pretty stunning hydrangea over here with the white blooms, and it's very pretty. And if we build this box thing here, maybe when this grows up it'll kind of block it a little bit. But yeah, all these hostas we didn't buy, they just came from other parts of the property. But I will try to show you this hole, the hole to nowhere. So there's a retaining wall. You can see where the pipe goes in there. It is quite deep. And you can see the pipe there. So, and these pipes are necessary, so we kind of have to add extensions to those if we build a box there. But it's not that easy to take the pipe down because it goes through the roof and it's going to be some work. So that might have to stay there for a bit. And I just put mulch down because the weeds here are terrible, but I'm going to add some more hostas over here. Dave's going to bring the logs over and back here. And then our heat pump slash air conditioner, the shelter for it needs to be rebuilt because it's our old oil tank shelter and it doesn't quite fit and it looks really stupid. So Dave's gonna make it smaller so it's more suitable to the size of the heat pump and not blocking that window. And also it will be more against the wall but a bigger roof so it protects this thing. So that is what we've been doing. This side of the house has always been the messy junker side of the house because it's where we park. It's when you're coming up the road, it's the first thing you see. And I've just been trying to make it a nicer spot. And I'm really pleased with this. I think this is Gonna look really nice. It looks nice already, but when this stuff all starts really growing up, it'll be really pretty. And, you know, for the sake of beautifying the side of the house a little bit more, my sunflowers are like absolutely bombing right now. And it's really pretty. Excuse the mess on the porch though. But got a few different types of sunflowers. And my nasturtiums are struggling a little bit. It has been super hot, and these sunflowers haven't come out yet, and I don't know if they will come out. Some of the nasturtiums look okay, but they're a little on the deady side. I hope that didn't bore you too much. That's kind of like the main stuff that we've gotten done. Plus I've been working in the garden. It's just kind of been little bits at a time because Dave's really busy at work and I'm really busy with the garden. So we're just trying to do everything that we can with the time we have. And, you know, I'm quite pleased. Like, I'm very pleased with this. This is gorgeous. And the garden on the other side is gorgeous too. So slowly we're getting there. We're not looking like a construction zone. We're actually looking like a wonderful little home. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. The next video, I will do another garden update because I know I have tons of stuff ready. And also I have giant sunflowers that you got to see. They're like 14 feet tall. The flower itself is like 2 feet in diameter. Like, you got to see this. So that will be on the next video. So stay tuned. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh.